everybody. Didn't you just get a thrill walking through the door? And when you saw so many people gathered here for this purpose, this is one of the few times when it's impossible to find somebody that does not have a smile on their face. Because it's a terrific day, David. The reason you got the hand in the beginning was more than just me being your chief clack out there. It was because everybody's really overjoyed to see this take place. This is an opportunity for Hawaii really to step forward in a way that I think is almost unprecedented, and going to give us an opportunity. I guess we're following a nation now, and I think that it's only appropriate then at this particular juncture that we do that. What I want to emphasize today in these brief remarks is that this is not about technology. That we don't want to get trapped in that. That this is just another in a series of technological moves that are being made. If I would think about technology from when I first got started, it was the Dick Tracy wrist radio is what we were doing. And if Marcy is quite correct, when we start thinking about Skype and we start thinking about those internet connections and so on, that's going to be primitive. That's going to be, the people look back at that Skype, well, that's quaint. The Marconi Skype, and that's probably the way that we're going to think about it. Particularly the young people that will be the direct beneficiaries of what we're doing right now, or what we're getting set right now. So I think of this as transformative infrastructure. How's that? Is that a good phrase? Isn't that good? Huh? That's terrific. And what is going to this transformative infrastructure is a fancy phrase for saying it's a road. It's the high-tech version, I think, of a road. This is a pathway. This is going to enable us to not just to communicate as such. It's going to take us and take everyone who is associated with it into a new world of accessibility and communication with one another that's literally going to be unprecedented. And we want to take it into every household, and we want to take it at a level that assures ubiquitous access. That's good too, all right? So, and you see, I'm an alumnus of the university. I have to prove that. And but that is a key, because it's for everybody. The thing that has bothered me the most from a political standpoint is that there would be a divide, that there would be an overclass and an underclass, not just economically, but we're talking digitally, we're talking technically, we're talking in terms of this infrastructure. We cannot have a world, and we will not have a world in Hawaii that is divided with a new version of class warfare, a new version of class division, in which those who are familiar with this new infrastructure, this new the sinews of the muscles of communication, those who do not have access to that will be left behind. And this is particularly pertinent in Hawaii because we're separated geographically by water. We have different islands with different dynamics on every island. And I've used this analogy many times in the past. Forgive me those who have seen it, but for those who haven't, if the back of my palm is the island of Oahu, half the population of the state lives where my thumb is. So in terms of connectivity, in terms of communication, in terms of our friends on Maui and Kauai and Lanai and the Big Island, on all sides of the Big Island, and everywhere else, Molokai, everywhere, half the population living right here. That means the rest of Oahu and all the neighbor islands, in a sense, are rural in the old-fashioned sense of the word rural. That is to say, there's a physical separateness, there's a dispersion of population, and in order for us to communicate with one another, in order for the young people to be able to participate fully in the 21st century, this broadband tech connectivity is going to be absolutely crucial to that. And we're going to see to it that everybody participates, that it's available to everybody, not just in the libraries, Richard, right? Because that's all we think about. Well, if we could just get laptops in the library, everything will be okay. Everybody will be, no, that's not what it's going to be. That's not what our intention is going to be. We're not going to leave anybody behind, and this, I believe, is the ultimate in civic engagement. This is going to actually take the polis. This is going to take the community and actually enable it to be connected to one another. This is, I see Jimmy Tokioka and Kali Yamashita here. This is going to be the death of politicians, because this is really going to be difficult. Everybody, this is your fault. I'm blaming you guys right now. That's why I'm bringing you into the picture, because everybody's going to be able to be connected. Everybody's going to be able to get to you and say, let me tell you what I think is going on. So we are not going to leave anybody behind. There's not going to be a divide, digital or otherwise. And we'll be reducing any barriers that exist for communication and global participation. We have APEC coming up. I saw the signs when I was coming up, welcome APEC and so on. I'm telling everybody, this is the way Hawaii is going to be viewed in the future. Not just the westernmost outpost of the United States of America here in the Pacific, but the easternmost outpost, if you will, of the Asia-Pacific world and the world beyond that. Hawaii is not a crossroads. Hawaii is a destination and a taking off point, is what it is. And people aren't just passing through anymore. We're going to be both initiating and receiving. We're going to be welcoming and we're going to be sending things out. We're going to have global participation as a result of broadband. Trans-Pacific fiber and connectivity and equitable access all across the world is going to be what we're going to do. And the final thing that I want to mention in that has to do with the state's role per se. Not my role as such, but what the state is going to do departmentally, instrumentally, in terms of our capacity. Led by DBED with Richard Lim representing them today, and the DCCA, the consumer, everything associated with all the boards and commissions that I can't keep in mind, and who need to bring themselves into the capacity of interconnectivity, just among ourselves with Kaylee Lopez. DCCA and DBED will be leading the charge for us, because the way to make this happen is both regulatory and in terms of permitting, in terms of becoming the catalyst. Richard's department and Kaylee's department as the lead dogs on this sled are going to be the catalysts. They're going to be the vehicles. They're going to be the promoters and the instigators and the interlocutors and make it possible for everything to move. In summary, regulatory and a regulatory and permitting environment that will both support and advance broadband, both in terms of the infrastructure I'm speaking about and in services to the public. So I couldn't be more excited about it. I'm sure you can see that. I certainly feel that, and I'm looking forward to the day when this first step that's taken is completed and we can all meet again with even bigger smiles on our faces. Thank you very much.